Hi everybody, peace, light and love. Today we have two readings. One is appreciating our past and the other is new energy coming, which is really good because we skipped readings. So January 22 from Letting Go, The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, against codependency. Appreciating our past. It's easy to be negative about past mistakes and unhappiness, but it's much more healing to look at ourselves and our past in the light of experience, acceptance and growth. Our past is a series of lessons that advance us to higher levels of living and loving. The relationships we entered, stayed in or ended taught us necessary lessons. Some of us have emerged from the most painful circumstances with strong insights about who we are and what we want. Our mistakes, necessary. Our frustrations, failures, and sometimes stubborn attempts at growth and progress, necessary too. Each step of the way, we learned. We went through exactly the experience we needed to become who we are today. Each step of the way we progressed. Is our past a mistake? No. The only mistake we can make is mistaking that for the truth. Today, God, help me let go of negative thoughts I may be harboring about my past circumstances or relationships. I can accept with gratitude all that has brought me to today. So I wanted to share with you my thoughts. There is this certain organization that attempts to help women. And how they help women is they go on and on and on about their past. Oh, you poor victim of violence. You really are such a poor victim of violence. And let's keep you as a victim. Let's make you a victim because it promotes our political agenda. The women are always the victims and men are always the perpetrators. And let's keep the gender role division like that. Let's forget that men are often also victims of violence. And they sometimes continue and live violence that they had handed down to them through fathers and mothers or mothers, so that we cannot just point the finger and say, bad man, poor women. When you make somebody a victim, when you tell them to get into the victim role, you're not helping them at all. But what you're helping is promote your political agenda of a particular type of feminism that is. What is feminism really? It's denying the fact that gender identity is fluid. It's sorry. סליחה. שושha boy, הכל בסדר, אני אנקה. So, Shosha doesn't like anyone near her. So if I go to Shosha, you poor victim of violence. I mean, she was a victim of violence to start, most probably. I'm not helping her. How can I help her? I can empower her she's really a good guard dog. Nobody can come near. The man just wanted to clean the water that spilled. Did I spill it again, Shosha? I know we didn't. It's over here. Thing is, you can take a weakness and turn it into a strength, or you can take a person who's experienced some negative experiences and make him a victim. And by creating this victim, you're empowering people. Certain people love to be caretakers. Adopt a puppy, I would suggest, but no. They decide to be social workers or therapists, and they have no idea that it's not healthy for anyone to be in a relationship as someone who someone else has to take care of. And this is why. If you're an adult, also when you're a child, you need to be empowered. You don't need to be giving what is it called? A label? ADHD? Yes, even if you have it. It's the difference between recognizing you have something, challenge, let's say, and to just say, wallow in the tears and say, I'm a victim, I can't do this, I can't do this. No, that's not the way. I'm for empowering, which means to give somebody the power, not to make him a victim, not to make him a label. And the problem is that in order to allow a person, to empower a person, you need to be really clean. You need to have done the work, you need to have done the therapy, whatever it takes, you need to clean out, to detox. This is mental detoxing. You need to detox and make it clear that when you're dealing with someone, you're there to empower them and not to make them a victim. And it was so stupid. I was talking to this woman. Oh, we specialize in violence against women. Great. So let's talk about violence against the woman, constantly reminding the woman, you're a woman and you're a victim of violence. You're a woman, you're a victim of violence. Constantly this game. Instead of, how can we, whatever happened in the past happened. It's not here now. From this point on, or let's say if you're still in a relationship, how to get out of it, right? You're not going to get out of it if somebody writes on your forehead, I am a victim of violence. Once somebody writes this on your forehead, it's like a tattoo. When somebody says, I am the person with power and you are the victim, this relationship is only good for the person who has the power. And a lot of therapists and so-called helpers, social workers especially, they really need somebody to take care of in order to feel empowered. They maybe have been doing this the whole life, but if you are constantly sheltering the person and saying, oh, you poor victim, you poor person, why don't we just take this label and accept it because this is what you are? No, that doesn't work like that. Because contrary to, let's say, even gender identity is fluid. Let's say, if you don't feel comfortable being a man and you were born a woman, you can change that. I think these days we're in a wonderful era where people can change everything about themselves that they don't feel comfortable. And if we can change gender identity, which is something a lot of people don't think you can, but I think you can. And I know I changed a lot. I used to be, how can you? But now I know because I've known people who did that. I know somebody who was born a man and she is now a woman, and she also passes quite easily, but the point is she wasn't happy being a man and she changed it. And if you're a victim of violence, if you're a victim of something, or if you are not happy in a situation, don't go to somebody, a therapist, a social worker, a healer, a coach, a life coach, or whatever, that tells you, oh, you poor thing, and gets empowered by your weakness. So this is actually a message to both sides. If you're a person working with other people and trying to help them, and what you do is really empower yourself, it's not okay. It's not okay because you're not helping anyone. And if you're a person and you feel like a therapist is just getting off, feeling empowered through you being the poor you, and they get strong by feeling they're better than you, watch out for that. Just because somebody's helping you, there's a story about a baby bird that falls from the tree in a pile of manure, fresh manure. A fox comes and eats the bird, and the message is, the bird is singing, the fox comes and eats the bird. Just because you're in trouble doesn't mean you have to shout. Just because somebody takes you out of pile of shit doesn't mean they're really there to help you. Now the new energy coming reading for today, January 23. Fun becomes fun, love becomes love, life becomes worth living, and we become grateful. There is a new energy, a new feeling coming into our life. It's spring now here in Israel anyway, and we cannot base our expectations on how we will feel tomorrow, even a few hours from now, on how we feel at this moment. There are no two moments alike in time. We are recovering. We are changing. Our life is changing. The truly difficult time are almost over. The confusion, the most challenging learning experience, the difficult feelings are about to pass. Do not limit the future by the past. Reflect on the beginning of your recovery. Haven't there been changes that have brought you to where you are now? So please write. I would love to hear from you. Reflect on 1 year ago. Haven't you and your circumstances changed since then? Sometimes problems and feelings linger for a while. These times are temporary. Times of confusion, uncertainty, times of living with a particularly unsolved problem do not last forever. A new energy is coming, a new feeling. Help me not judge or limit my future by my past. Help me be open to all the exciting possibilities for a change, both within and around me. So, know that the discomfort will not be permanent. Do not try to figure out how it will be by looking at how it was.